Prime Minister Narendra Modi proposes South Asian COVID-19 emergency fund based on voluntary contributions from SAARC nations. India pledges $10 million interacting with SAARC leaders via video conference. Prime Minister says it is time to partner and transcend differences to fight coronavirus pandemic. Coronavirus impacts the share markets. Nifty and Sensex show massive downfall after US Fed cuts rate to 0 to boost economy adversely affected by coronavirus shutdowns. Number of confirmed coronavirus cases in India rise to 110. Maharashtra reports the highest number of cases, followed by Kerala. 13 people have recovered and discharged so far. Health Minister reviews preparedness and actions taken by states and union territories. Government continues to extend help to Indians abroad. Fourth batch of 53 Indians arrived from Iran. With this, a total of 1,497 Indians, including 389 from Iran, have returned to India. Number of global deaths from coronavirus crosses 6,000. Death toll in Europe crosses 2,000, with Spain reporting more than 100 deaths in the last 24 hours. Italy records its highest daily death toll of 368. France reports 29 more deaths. That is the biggest one-day jump. Dollar slips as US Federal Reserves cut interest rates to near zero. Lockdowns and entry bans imposed around the world to fight coronavirus. France and Spain impose lockdowns on tens of millions of people. Australia ordered self-isolation of arriving foreigners. Lebanon urges people to stay at home for 2 weeks. Saudi Arabia closes public places. Turkey quarantines thousands of pilgrims. Kazakhstan, Serbia, Slovakia declare emergency. Even after the governor's direction to hold floor test today, list of business of Madhya Pradesh Assembly does not mention it. BJP leader Shivraj Singh Chauhan dares Congress to hold floor test after governor's address in the assembly. Hello, you're watching DD News and I'm Preeti presenting the bulletin. Our top story first. In a first ever such initiative, Prime Minister Narendra Modi convened a video conference of the leaders of SAARC nations to chalk out a strong strategy to fight coronavirus. The leaders discussed ways to collectively combat COVID-19 challenge. Together, they set an example for the world while contributing to a healthier planet.
I propose we create a COVID-19 emergency fund.
No country on its own can succeed in combating the virus. It requires a shared response at an unprecedented scale.
We all will share our limited resources that we have, share the technologies that we have. We must have a similar cooperation in economic get up on this issue.
Since India is both a very important member of SAARC and a member of the Shanghai Council, we coordinate between SAARC and the Shanghai Cooperation Council to your initiative. How much of the experience of China is replicable to our situations?
I would like to thank Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji.
This is not the first nor the last such pandemic that will affect us. We will do our best for our neighbors. Prepare, but do not panic.
No nation and no region on earth can afford to be unresponsive.
Thanks, Prime Minister Modi, for taking this initiative.
Thank Honorable Prime Minister of India.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi suggested the creation of a COVID-19 emergency fund, with India taking the lead by making an opening contribution of $10 million.
I propose we create a COVID-19 emergency fund. This could be based on voluntary contributions from all of us. India can start with an initial offer of 10 million US dollars for this fund. Any of us can use the fund to meet the cost of immediate actions. Our foreign secretaries, through our embassies, can coordinate quickly to finalize the utilization of this fund. Let us also use existing facilities like the SAARC Disaster Management Center to pull in the best practices among all of us.
Prime Minister Modi also made several other suggestions like the rapid response team of doctors and specialists, along with testing kits and other equipment which will be on standby for SAARC nations whenever required. He also said that India had set up an integrated disease surveillance portal to better trace possible virus carriers and could share this disease surveillance software with SAARC partners as well.
We are assembling a rapid response team of doctors and specialists in India, along with testing kits and other equipment. They will be on standby to be placed at your disposal if required. We can also quickly arrange online training capsules for your emergency response teams. This will be based on the model we have used in our own country to raise the capacity of all our emergency staff. We had set up an integrated disease surveillance portal to better trace possible virus carriers and the people they contacted. We could share this disease surveillance software with SAARC partners and training on using this.
Prime Minister also emphasized on creating a common research platform to coordinate research on controlling epidemic diseases within our South Asian region.
We all agree that evolving a common strategy is critical to handling such challenges. Some partners have made specific requests. Let me assure you that we will do our best for our neighbors. Let us ask our officials to maintain close contact and develop a common strategy in the spirit of partnership and working together. Let us identify nodal experts from each of our countries, and they can have a similar video conference 1 week from now to follow up on our discussions today.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has shared some ideas on how SAARC nations can work together to tackle the COVID-19, that is novel coronavirus, and on his Twitter handle. Now, in the tweet, the Prime Minister said, and I quote him, "Working together is the best way to overcome this menace. The way ahead lies in," and he enlisted the measures, collaboration, not confusion. Preparation and not panic. We have to fight this battle together and we have to win it together. Our neighborhood collaboration should be a model for the world. He also thanked all distinguished SAARC leaders who joined in the video conference to tackle COVID-19 novel coronavirus menace, and also shared best practices from their respective nations to overcome this challenge, as well as fruitful suggestions on creating a healthier region. And equity benchmark Sensex plummeted over 2,000 points, and the Nifty gave up the 9,400 level in opening session this morning after the Federal Reserve's rate cut fanned concerns over the impact of COVID-19 on the world economy. Resuming its downward spiral, domestic index Sensex sank 5.88% in the morning session. Similarly, the NSE Nifty cracked 5.99%. The rupee too depreciated 41 paise to 74.16 as against the US dollar in the morning session. And the confirmed cases of COVID-19 in India have reached 110, of which 17 are foreign nationals. Meanwhile, as a positive development, 13 out of the affected people have recovered and have been discharged after treatment. The confirmed cases across the states are as follows. The confirmed cases are 110. Of these, 93 are Indians and 17 are foreign nationals. In Andhra Pradesh, 1 case has been reported. 7 cases have come to light from Delhi. In Karnataka, 6 cases have been reported. 2 cases have been reported from Rajasthan. In Tamil Nadu, there is 1 case, and 3 cases have come to light from the other part. And here we tell you, in Uttar Pradesh, 12 cases have been reported and 1 from Uttarakhand. Total confirmed cases in India are 110. And after the first batch of 236 evacuees that arrived in Jaisalmer on 15th of March 2020, a fresh batch of 53 evacuees from Iran have arrived at the Army Wellness Center, Jaisalmer, this morning. As per the procedure, preliminary screening of these persons was undertaken at the airport upon arrival. Thereafter, they were moved to the quarantine facility at Jaisalmer, where they will undergo 14 days quarantine under professional medical supervision. Earlier, in a tweet, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar thanked Indian Embassy in Iran and the Iranian authorities for evacuating the Indian nationals from Iran. So far, 1,497 Indians, including 389 from Iran, have returned to India. Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare Dr. Vardhan on Sunday reviewed the status and actions taken by states and union territories and their preparedness regarding the prevention, containment and management of COVID-19. He reviewed the steps taken by various states for social distancing in great detail. The measures taken for avoiding non-essential travel and mass gatherings was also reviewed by Dr. Vardhan. Union Health Minister Dr. Vardhan also wrote on his Twitter handle, and he posted some myth busters on the novel coronavirus. He wrote that there is no evidence that pets such as dogs and cats can transmit COVID-19. It is still a good idea to wash your hands well with soap and water after playing with your pets. Briefing media in New Delhi, Special Secretary Sanjeev Kumar said that the government has made the first test and second confirmatory test for novel coronavirus free of cost for the Indian citizens.
COVID-19 tests, both the first and the second confirmatory tests, are free for all citizens. The country has enough testing capacity, as only 10% of the total capacity has been utilized per day so far. An order has been placed for the procurement of an additional 80,56,365 N95 masks and personal protective equipment for healthcare workers.
For better and quick service for the people, a 24/7 helpline, that is 99718-76591, has been started from AIIMS Delhi. Now, this number is continuously being manned by the doctors.
AIIMS has instituted a 24/7 helpline 99718-76591. I repeat, 99718-76591, dedicated to COVID-19. This number is continuously being manned by doctors. You can make use of this helpline if you have any queries.
The Railway Board has given instructions to all zonal railways as a precautionary measure to check the spread of COVID-19. The Railway Board has asked zonal railways to remove curtains and withdraw blankets from all trains. The board also directed to set the minimum temperature of ACs at 24 and 25 degrees Celsius. The zonal railways have been directed to provide blankets with freshly washed covers in the first AC coaches on demand, and also keep some extra washed bed sheets for exigencies. All curtains and spare blankets should be washed, dried and stored in clean, dry storage facility. The zonal railways have been directed to provide 100% fresh washed linen in sealed packets to the passengers as per existing instructions. The Railway Board said that a brief message should be given to the AC passengers through interactive voice response or SMS in this regard. The total number of deaths across the world due to coronavirus has crossed 6,000 on Sunday, with surge in casualties reported in Spain. The death toll from coronavirus pandemic in Europe passed 2,000 on Sunday. A total of 2,297 coronavirus-related deaths have now been recorded in Europe, which is most of them in the continent's worst-hit country, Italy. The country on Sunday recorded 368 new deaths from novel coronavirus, its highest one-day increase till date, taking the total to 1,809, that is the most outside China. The number of people infected with coronavirus in Spain increased by a third to 7,753, and more than 100 new deaths were recorded on Sunday. The country's death toll from the outbreak climbed to 288 on Sunday from at least 183. Several countries imposed bans on mass gatherings, shuttered sporting, cultural and religious events, while medical experts urged people to practice social distancing to curb the spread. Anyone arriving in Australia from overseas will be forced to self-isolate for 14 days, while lockdown measures similar to those in place in European countries remain on the table. International cruise ships are now banned from docking in Australia for the next 30 days, but arrangements will be made to get Australians back home. Germany will impose controls on its borders with France, Austria, Switzerland, Denmark and Luxembourg from this morning, while Portugal will clamp down on its frontier with Spain. The Czech government has introduced stringent lockdown measures. People will be allowed to go to work and buy food or medicine and make urgent family visits, but otherwise free movement will be severely limited till 24th March. Britain is preparing to ban mass gatherings and could isolate people aged over 70 for up to 4 months from this week as part of plans to tackle coronavirus. Meanwhile, Serbia has declared a state of emergency to halt the spread of coronavirus, shutting down many public spaces and deploying soldiers to guard the hospitals. Kindergartens, schools and universities will also be closed until the end of the semester. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has ordered businesses to close and citizens to remain in their homes in a social quarantine, affecting 6 states and the capital, Caracas. Meanwhile, China tightened checks on international travelers arriving at Beijing airport on Sunday, after the number of imported new coronavirus infections surpassed the locally transmitted cases for a second day in a row. Anyone arriving to Beijing from abroad will be transferred directly to a central quarantine facility for 14 days for observation. And France recorded 29 additional coronavirus deaths on Sunday. That is the biggest one-day increase in the country since the outbreak, bringing the total death toll to 120. Lebanon has urged people to stay at home for 2 weeks and be prepared to close its main airport to stem a novel coronavirus outbreak that has killed 3 people in the country. The COVID-19 virus has officially infected 99 people in the Mediterranean region. U.S. Vice President Mike Pence promised that Americans would have access in the days ahead to over 2,000 laboratories capable of processing coronavirus tests. Speaking to reporters at the White House, Pence also said that he and President Donald Trump would brief U.S. state governors on the widening testing amid a fast escalating global health crisis. With limited testing available, U.S. officials have recorded nearly 3,000 cases and 62 deaths, and large segments of daily activities have been suspended across the country. And in other news, the future of the Kamal Nath-led Congress government in Madhya Pradesh is likely to be decided on the first day of the budget session, beginning from today. Governor Lalji Tandon has directed Chief Minister Kamal Nath in a letter to prove majority on the first day of the budget session. The governor in his letter issued new directives saying the voting during the trust vote should be taken up only through raising of hands and that no other method should be adopted. In a late-night development, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath called on Governor Lalji Tandon. Later, talking to reporters, he said that the governor had called him for a discussion. Asked if the floor test will be conducted on Monday as directed by the governor, the Chief Minister said that the Speaker will take a decision on this. And leader of the opposition, Gopal Bhargav, said that the state government is running away from facing the floor test, but it cannot save the government as a good number of MLAs are against it. He said that the Chief Minister should resign on moral grounds.
कुल मिला के जो टालने की कोशिश हो रही फ्लो टेस्ट के लिए, उससे सरकार नहीं बचेगी, लेकिन बहुत बड़ा संख्या बल सरकार के खिलाफ है विधायकों का। आज विधानसभा में राज्यपाल के अभिभाषण पर चर्चा भी, वो राज्यपाल ने अपना अभिभाषण नहीं पढ़ेंगे, और इसके अलावा हम लोगों ने जैसी मांग राज्यपाल महोदय ने जैसा निर्देशित किया था शासन के लिए भी और विधानसभा अध्यक्ष के लिए भी कि आप मेरे अभिभाषण के बाद तत्काल बाद आप फ्लो टेस्ट करवाएं, वो नैतिक रूप से पराजित हो चुके। मैं मान के चलता हूं कि यदि उनमें नैतिकता है शेष तो दे देना चाहिए इस्तीफा, मुख्यमंत्री जी को इस्तीफा दे देना चाहिए।
That's it in this edition of News this hour. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.